Hello Joanna, we've got the transmission out of your 2004 Chevy truck. This is what it looks like when it's all apart. I will go over some things that we found inside with you, and Amanda will contact you with the different cost estimates. We'll start with the pan. Again, that's our pan when we took the pan down to do the service. You can see the material that's in there. This stuff here is going to be some brass or bronze material. The black stuff like that, that's clutch material, that pile there, and more clutch material there. There's supposed to be a little film of material on this magnet. This is a little bit too much material, but it is normal to have a small film on that. If we look at the clutches, this is the overrun clutch. You can see the black line there. So this clutch has been slipping. This is a 3/4 clutch, comes on for 3rd and 4th gear. It's a dark green lining, so it's hard to see, but that second clutch there, you see the light green there, and then that's a dark green. So this has been slipping slightly, and there is some spline wear as well. So the spline is going to be basically where my finger is here, and it's hard to see with the camera, but there's about 10 or 20% spline wear there. This is the low reverse clutch, comes on for 1st gear holdback and reverse. You can see the nice uniform color there, and the steel plate looks good as well. This is the band that comes on for 2nd and 4th. There's some black lines. It's probably hard to see, but there's some black lines like where my thumb goes here. So this is another piece that's been slipping a little bit. This is the forward clutch, and it looks okay as well. This comes on for all the forward gears. You can see the color of the clutch plate, and the steel disc is uniform, no heat marks there. When we get to the reverse input clutch, which comes on for reverse, this one is very burnt, so you can see the blackened clutch disc. And when we look at the steel plate, you can see how the metal has been blued, and there's leopard spotting on it. So this clutch, even though you had reverse, we know that this clutch has slipped quite badly at one point. The bronze, when we look at the, this is a Sprague race, and they have caps, and you can see the this cap, you can see the writing on the cap still. And so this goes on either side of a Sprague. A Sprague is a one-way clutch, so it allows a piece to turn one way and not the other. So you can see how it's situated there. There's one that goes on the top as well, and that one, you can see how there's a bunch of material that's missing here. So that's going to be where the bronze came from. The planetaries look okay, so this is one of the planetaries here. It looks fine. That's a sun gear. There's one dent on one of the teeth on the sun gear. Let's see if I can pick that up with the camera. Where my thumb is, that's the problem tooth there, so that should be addressed. The pump itself looks okay, so the surface of the pump looks fine. We think that the leak was around this O-ring, and this goes into the front of the case, because what we had is the leak was between this piece of the case and then up here. The case is actually flipped upside down here just to store it on the bench, but the bell housing here bolts up to the case, and the oil was leaking from basically from that seam there. This this sun gear shell, there were a number of different designs, and this one is the second to last design. They had problems where these teeth, where my finger is, would strip out. Yours are not stripping out yet, but the new style shell has basically shot peen hardened teeth, and they don't strip out. So that's the fear on this. So if we're doing a recondition, excuse me, we would upgrade this to the latest sun shell. In the valve body, this is the valve body here. It bolts onto the case. You see all the worm tracks. That's where the oil gets delivered to the different clutches. There's a pressure control solenoid right here. On a recondition, we'd replace that. It's a very active solenoid, so it can wear just from sitting there, because the whole time the engine's running, there's a little valve inside that's buzzing back and forth to control the pressure. So the valve body, we do have to clean it up and do some vacuum checking to make sure that there's no problems with any of the circuits, but at this point we don't foresee a problem there. So as far as the valve body is concerned, you know, things look okay there from what we can see right now, but the pressure control solenoid is something that we would change. So as I said, Amanda will contact you with cost estimates, and we'll go from there. Thanks.